Hey guys, reigning champ here. Sure don't feel like the reigning champ at this point in the season. Not happy to be here again. Some think I phoned it in last week, but really I phoned in from my aunt's gorgeous backyard, and I was just being as honest as I could. But if y'all want a little more personality today, let's see if I can ramp it up a bit. Yeah, I mean, again, didn't make the trade with Ty, or I would have won last week. 1-5, not really happy. Started to not give a fuck like Matt this season. I guess it's the bull of who gives a fuck less with me and him this week. Let's see. Maybe we'll just kick off into the questions. I've already spent too much time on this shit as it is, and I don't want to have to waste my life doing these anymore. So let's just let's just fucking move on to the first question here. First question: Bryce Young is one of the greatest college QBs in history, a modern day legend. Yet he's simply too small for the NFL. If your life depended on it, how many completions do you think you could have in an NFL game? You can also choose another League of Legends member as tribute. How many completions? I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 on a good day. I mean, I think I could gain the question of whether you could gain a yard or not or score a touchdown. I'd rather take that bet. Trying to gain 1 yard behind a good offensive line, and I also used to play running back, so I think that would be a more fun to try out. Seeing any other member of the league try to throw a pass or catch a pass or anything would be pretty hilarious. Like throwing a slant route to Aleja and seeing him getting fucked up over the middle. All right, number 2. What are your 3 biggest mistakes of the season so far? These questions are getting a little bland. We're gonna need some more effort here, but hopefully I won't be doing this again. I mean, drafting Olave obviously is one of them. Glad to finally have traded him and get rid of the curse that was. Give him to the Cajun and let him play for the Cajuns, man. I have no control over those guys, and Ayuk rolled with me last year and helped me get the championship, so it's good to have him back, and I see a positive outlook for Ayuk in his future. It is funny that Shaheed went out for the season after I traded Olave, which I didn't know of. I don't know if Jacob knew that. Another mistake, just lineup decisions in general. Having to decide on who to play is harder than just having a set lineup you play week in and week out no matter what. And that always can lead to losing situations. And then, of course, last week, not trading Ty would be the third mistake. I'm glad I have Kelsey for this week, and we decided not to trade this week. Maybe we still will, but not trading Ty. If I traded him, I would have won last week. But yeah, we'll see if that helps me net the win this week because I kept him. Hello, Robert, back again for question number 3. You mentioned last week your performance didn't reflect your masterful managerial acumen. Do you still think that's the case after a repeat shitbag titty fuck performance? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever gotten SBTF before. Maybe I have, but definitely not 2 times in a row. The odds of that happening are same as the odds of Alabama losing their second game in a row this weekend. I'm still the masterful comeback is still underway. That included picking up Trey Sermon for $3 and saving on the trade with Ty this week. A lot of things are in store. I feel good about this week specifically. I have all my guys back. So, last week I was decimated by injuries and bye week players. Olave got knocked out for a negative -0.1. Tyreek and Kelsey were off. So, I mean, I still think the managerial acumen is masterful, but maybe it's not showing through as much this year. Number 4, how long does this whole fucking interview take? No, that's not it, but how many grapes can you fit in your mouth? Would you mind showing us? And if not, what about shotgunning a beer? Well, it's 11 o'clock here. I'm not going to shotgun a beer because I'm not a piece of shit. I used to be a piece of shit. But I do have some raspberries and stuff, so let's see. Okay. That was about 8 raspberries and blackberries. The blackberries are big, so it took up a lot of space. Couldn't do it. But yeah, hopefully the person that asked that question gets to suck on a banana after this week. Number 5, it seemed like last week you were phoning it in on your interview. Do you think any of your starters saw that? Do you think the attitude bled over into practice and the game? I honestly didn't think I was phoning it in. I answered the stupid long-ass questions that y'all asked in full. I did it on my own time and on a vacation weekend. Whether my tone of voice was there or not, again, it remains to be seen. But I didn't have the setup that I have this week, so maybe this one will be a little bit better. But no, I don't think they saw that. I think my guys go out and practice, and I keep all that stuff on the DL, so they don't get affected by my attitude and my coaching decisions. All right, number 6. How about them boys? How about your boys, aka your team? I don't know if that's a question about my fantasy team or just a second question about the Cowboys, but I'm wearing the CD jersey, which if Alejo wants this, I'll give it to him for a measly price this year. But I don't know. I don't. If you think I phoned it in there, I've definitely phoned it in on the Cowboys season because I don't give a fuck anymore. I honestly hope they just lose and get a better draft pick at this point. I mean, what's the point of even winning? It's like it'd be better to just lose more games at this point and just be known as a shitty team instead of winning 12 games and losing the first round of the playoffs. So, Tolbert and some other guys have stepped up, but we don't have enough offensive power. Dowdle's getting better as the season progresses, but the defense is not as good as it used to be. We have some injuries on both sides, and I don't know who I have more faith in, my team or the Cowboys. I'd probably have to say my fantasy team at this point. And yeah, Jerry had the worst loss on his birthday last week. That's pretty funny too. So I'll say it again. The Cowboys will not win anything substantial until Jerry Jones dies. And that is a fact. He's hampered the organization for far too long. hopefully his dumb fuck sons don't do the same. I don't know if they're the same Jones that he is, but we'll have to wait and see. Number 7, would you rather have bionic arms or bionic legs? I mean, bionic legs seems like the easier choice. It would allow me to run faster than I already run, which is very fast. Some say faster than Noah Lyles or Tyreek Hill even. But I don't see any point to having bionic arms. I mean, legs, you'd be able to sprint around the world if you wanted to. I mean, you could jump really high, jump and climb buildings. Bionic arms, like, I don't know. Jacking off wouldn't be as good. You know, you'd probably chafe the metal against your dick. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'd be a lot stronger with bionic arms, but bionic legs just seem more practical. Number 8, who are your top 3 lesser known celebrities you would like to see on a flight? This last weekend, flying to Sacramento, I saw Tony Hinchcliffe, a comedian, on the way there, and I saw Ryan Holiday, an author of the Daily Stoic, on the way back. He lives in Austin, and those are literally lesser known celebrities that only someone like me would have recognized. So I feel like I've already kind of done that. I also met Elijah Wood here. I mean, granted, I don't know if you'd call him lesser known or not. But I met him and got a beer for him, so that was pretty sick. I'll go off a few others that I thought of and had to research because I don't know, lesser known celebrities. I'd say PFT and Big Cat from Pardon My Take because I listen to them every week. They'd be funny to shoot the shit with. We have some standouts like Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, James Franco. I wouldn't call them lesser known, but maybe a few of those guys are lesser known, and some of my favorite comedians of the mid 2000s and 2010s era, since we don't get good funny movies anymore and all those guys are basically done. And then a few others, Matthew Berry, Field Yates, they'd be funny to talk shit to and tell them where we got all of our phrases and shit, making fun of people in the league and that it comes from them. Field Yates seems like a much more respectable guy, so he'd be fun to just shoot the shit with. But yeah, I can't think of any more. If y'all think of some, let me know. You know, follow, like, subscribe, put it in the chat, whatever. Last question, number 9 by Matt. We have none. That's 2 weeks in a row that he hasn't asked a question because he gives less of a fuck than I do. So good on him, and I hope I beat you this week, Matt. Good luck. But yeah, it's basically a race to the bottom. So yeah, if y'all want to talk shit to Matt, there's that fun fact. Aside from that, yeah, everyone have a great day. Enjoy football. Football started early today. Jags and the Patriots. I don't think Ramondre's done shit, so fucking amazing. So yeah. All right, guys. Reigning champ signing out. Peace.